What's up, fellas? This is the Beer League Beauties podcast, sponsored by Gladiator Energy. It's a healthy energy drink that me and my buddy own. We got three flavors and great energy drink. Maybe we'll send you out some, Austin. So
Hell
we got
yeah.
Austin Fink here. He goes to Alabama. Roll Tide, baby.
Outside.
Ain't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Tell you
You
that.
you follow Roll Tide Willie?
Like,
Oh yeah. Willie's awesome. He actually he reached out to come out to one of our games, but he got sick the weekend he's supposed to come out, but he's awesome, man. I've met him a few times. So yeah,
he's a
it's quite
beauty.
the figure.
Ain't getting pissed about nothing but a Tide.
Blitz, Bama Blitz.
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah.
Bama Blitz. So this is pretty cool. We got SEC hockey, baby. Hopefully one day that's a thing.
Hopefully.
You know? Imagine our kids fucking committing to Bama and it's like a foot it's gonna
Yeah,
be like a football game but with hockey. You
absolutely.
know? It'll be crazy.
Yeah.
So Austin, where are you from?
So I'm from the northwest suburbs of Chicago. I'd be lying if I told you I was from the city. Everyone from this area says, "Well, I'm from Chicago," but I'm from the northwest suburbs, probably like 20 minutes south of the border, Wisconsin. And yeah, I grew up playing for the Vernon Hills Ice Dogs. It's again one of the northwest suburbs. Played there my entire youth career until I made the jump to Central States. Central States is like a mainly an Illinois league. I don't know if you're familiar with it. There's a few teams out in like Littleton, Colorado, a few teams in the St. Louis area that Afton, Chesterfield, those teams that play in the league as well. But with AAA being so popular in Illinois, I mean, we have the Fury, Mission, TI, CYA, which is now Tri-City Storm or something. I don't know if I said Fury already, but though we are in Reapers, we have so many programs that you could kind of say it's kind of watered down. There's one or two teams that are top notch, but then the other three are just kind of pay to play. But a lot of the guys to save money end up playing in the Central States League. So it's tier two, but it's definitely the top tier two league in the country for sure. If you look at the My Hockey rankings, it's all the Central States teams at the top. But yeah, that's where I played. I never played single year of AAA. Never played juniors, came straight out of high school. And yeah, just came to Alabama, tried out for the team and made it. And there's a whole backstory behind me picking Alabama. We can dive into that later, but just to start, that's kind of where I'm from.
Nice, dude. Sweet. Um,
Absolutely.
Chicago, baby. So you're Blackhawks fan?
Huge Blackhawks fan, man. It's been rough. It's been a rough couple of years. What's it been like 5 or 6 years if you don't count COVID since we've made the playoffs? So it's been rough, but we got Bedsy, so future's looking up.
Doing the Michi
The
every
Michigan, dude. Funny story about that. I was sitting in the back of my dad's car. We were coming home from dinner, and I start flipping my shit. I'm like, "Holy fuck, dude!" Because I had it up on my phone. I was freaking out at the Michigan, and my whole like family was like, "Oh my god, like what happened?" I was like, "Bedard just did a Michigan." I mean, they didn't know the significance of it, but dude. That was probably top five moment. And I mean, we had three Stanley Cups. I got to grow up watching the Hawks win three Stanley Cups, and that was probably like top five Blackhawks fan moment I've ever had.
pretty freaking cool, dude.
Yeah, it was nasty.
And then you got Zegras doing it in the same night too.
Yeah, his was better. I'm saying that Blackhawks fan, his was better, but like it was still cool. I mean, you're 18 years old. I mean, that's 2 years younger than me. I can't even fathom that doing that in the NHL.
It's crazy. Let alone even do it in fucking practice.
I know.
Can't even do it in practice.
Yeah,
Imagine doing it in the NHL.
for real, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's nuts. I mean, but yeah, so I mean, I'm a Bruins fan, so I know what it feels like to fucking be down. So
Yeah. Funny enough, last night, on NBC Sports Chicago, it's like what like the Bulls, the Blackhawks all like broadcast on. Um, they had a rerun of Game 6, 2013,
yep.
17 seconds. I was
Oh,
sending it to one of my buddies. He's from Danvers, Massachusetts, so it's right outside of Boston.
yeah.
And yeah, I was sending him stuff all last night with like I was like, because the Bruins scored to go up 2-1, and I was like, hey dude, I was like, it's awful loud in that place right now. It'd be a shame.
Oh
It
yeah.
got real quiet soon, but yeah.
I mean, me being like a kid from New England, like
Mhm.
just New England kids are just so spoiled with sports. We got Tom,
Yeah, dude.
we had Gronk, we had the
Yeah.
Bruins, Celtics,
Yeah.
it's nuts.
That
But
is nuts. We have the Bulls. We had the Jordan era, but I wasn't born yet. But
yep,
other than the Blackhawks, man, I'm a Bears fan. So as hard as that is, the Bulls have been mediocre at best since Jordan. And then Cubs, we had the Cubs in 2016, but right back to their old ways. And then the White Sox. So we have a lot of teams as well, but definitely not as spoiled as the New Englanders, man. You guys got it good.
we got it good. But do you have like kind of an accent? Like, would you say you have like a Chicago accent? Is that a thing?
Kind of. Like certain words for sure. Like when we say Wisconsin, like I'll get made fun of a ton down south just because everyone down there is like the strongest southern accents. And it once you like live down there, it kind of bleeds off. Like you start to say words somewhat similar in a southern accent, but obviously it's like it doesn't fully go over. But yeah, I'd say once I come back up north and then go back down, people are like, dude, like you sound funny. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah,
but yeah, I'd say I don't know exactly what it is. It's like an emphasis on the vowels. So it's like a lot of people say like Chicago, but I'll say like Chicago or like Wisconsin. People say like I say like Wisconsin. I don't
yeah,
know. Just it's again, I don't notice it, but some people, especially down south, they notice it for sure.
yeah. My buddy says instead of saying Coors Light, he goes Coors. You get me
That's
an
weird,
accent.
bro.
You get me
That,
an
that's on
accent,
him,
Brett.
bro. I don't
Coors,
think that's an accent. That's that's just mispronouncing it.
Coors Lat.
Oh, so he's southern.
Yeah, oh, he's Southern.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, no, no. Then yeah, I see what you're saying now.
He goes, oh
Yeah.
damn, it's hotter than a whore in church right now.
Yeah, that's one of them too.
Yeah, it's crazy down there.
Yeah. It sounds wild to you, but it's like that's just like normal to them.
Yeah, you get used to it down there.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so let's talk a little bit about hockey. So you're going into the box.
Okay.
So ref gives you a shit call. Are you
Okay.
going into the box and you're soaking it? Are you chirping the ref? What are you doing?
I'm soaking it, dude. First, yeah. So I don't know if you're familiar, but we have the most penalty minutes, or at least top three in the entire ACHA. And I have zero, so I'm not really used to that. But usually I would just soak it. A lot of the ACHA refs have a pretty short fuse. So if you're mouthing, they'll give you a 10. And that's just not something I want to do. I don't really want to sit for 10. So yeah, I'll definitely just soak it and go out the next shift and just that's just the kind of player I am. I'm not really too not really into the whole trash talking game too much. I just kind of like to put my head down and play.
Yeah, I can't say the same thing about my.
Yeah.
I like to implement the chirping.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, when it's necessary, I'm more of a guy that like when I chirp, like I'm hurting the kid's feelings. I don't chirp often, but when I do, like he's thinking about it for a little bit. So
What's your go-to like slander word? Is it like squid? You fuck?
I
You
don't know, man. I
know,
don't know if I can say it on the podcast.
oh yeah, it's too much for the thing.
It's a little too much. If you edit it out, I could tell you, but I don't know. It's a little much. Like I said, dude, when I say something, it's extreme. It's nothing that's gonna get me in trouble, but
Yeah,
it's maybe not the best to put out there on YouTube.
yeah, no, we won't put it on there.
Yeah,
But I will tell the beer league beauties nation that saying you fuck is one of the best.
dude, it's all reliable, man.
Yeah,
That or you clown or you joker, one of
yeah.
the two. You just gotta, yeah, yeah.
But yeah. So Alabama hockey. So was there any other schools that you were looking at before Alabama?
Yeah, so not really. To kind of go off on another limb and tell you the story of how I got there. I actually was not planning on playing hockey at the collegiate level. At any level, actually. I was a 4.5 star kicker out of high school. So I was looking to play football. I had basically every D2 offer you could even imagine. But I was kind of D1 or bust. I had a PWO at the University of Utah. But our communication just died out. And from there, I really had no like, I had like no offer paper or anything. Like me and the coaches were talking. It was great. Um, but then they just kind of cut ties and they ended up signing a kicker in state. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But again, I kind of had all my straws pointing towards the University of Utah. I was going to go kick there. And once that kind of fell through, by that time, it was already like April of my senior year. So I kind of had to make a decision quick. And again, like I applied to other schools as backups. Like I applied to Alabama, Clemson, Auburn, just some of the Southern schools because I knew I loved them. But like I said, I had no intention of playing hockey. And once football kind of fell through, and I was like, you know what? All these doors are kind of closed, and I might as well just find another door that's open. And I found that Alabama had an ACHA one program, and so my senior year, I was considering not playing hockey at all, but luckily my parents kind of pressured me into playing for my high school. I have a combined high school. It's like a um, really small schools, but it's all three schools coming together, and it's fun. But it definitely wasn't the competition I came from playing in Central States. So it's kind of like my year off or my last, I don't know, like the victory lap, you could say. And yeah, my coach came up to me. He's like, "Hey, like, you ever consider playing like in college, like ACHA? Like, I know you probably can't go NCAA D1, but there's a lot of great opportunities. You can go to school, get your degree, then go play in the ACHA." I was like, "No, I never really thought of that." At that point, I already had my feet in at Alabama. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go here. I love the school. Tons of family down there. That's just where I'm gonna go. And they had an ACHA D1 program, and I was like, well, coach, like, do you think I could play at that level? And he said, absolutely. And I was like, really? So that's kind of where that door opened for me. To be honest with you, I really didn't expect it to be as good as it was. Being club hockey, I just figured it was going to be all right, just like a school club. Going to go out and play some hockey. I'm coming from Chicago. I'm going to be the big dog. But no, it was way more than I anticipated, and I couldn't be happier that it was. It's been an awesome experience so far, playing at such a high level. And definitely playing teams like Ohio, like we played last year. We played Ohio, we played UCO. I mean, these teams are pulling guys from the OJ, the Null. I mean, that's something that I never even pictured I'd play against. So it's been an awesome experience so far.
Unreal. Yeah. It's an awesome story.
Yeah.
Got there. I mean, um, was it more than you were expecting? Club hockey is it a lot better than you thought it
Oh,
was?
100%. Yeah, like I was saying, I mean, the competition's unreal. I mean, I thought I was going to be coming in playing against high school guys, that they're figured they're just going to college. I never even pictured in my brain that someone going off to juniors would come back and play ACHA. I don't know why I didn't picture that, but I mean, a majority of my teammates I came in with were all junior age outs. And yeah, so it's been an extremely high level of play. The passion's high, especially with teams like we played Calvin this year, UCO again. I mean, those guys, yeah, I mean it's been crazy. I thought it was gonna be kind of a cakewalk, like I was saying. I thought I was gonna be the big dog, but that definitely wasn't the case. Definitely had a challenge put in front of me. So it's yeah, like I said, it's been a great experience.
Yeah, I mean, club hockey is a lot better than people think.
Oh, absolutely.
Because now you're just getting guys that are fully on, age outs from
Hmm.
youth hockey, and like, you know, these kids are skilled. It's not like club hockey like 15 years ago. You can say that was probably shit, but now it's
Hmm.
good. There's guys from like the BC going like BCHL going to like Arizona, like kids from the USHL going to you know committing to colleges and shit.
Yeah,
Love hockey, so it's pretty cool.
yeah, it's been great. Did you play anywhere?
Yeah, I did. I went to this school called University of Southern Maine,
Okay,
Division 3 hockey.
nice,
Way up there in the boonies. Um,
nice.
I decided to transfer to University of Kentucky,
Okay,
so I played there. Big crowd.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
absolutely, dude.
know about the Southern action and all that. So it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know Colin Holtz?
yeah, I know Holtzy. Yep.
Yeah, I played with him at Falcons.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yep.
he's
Yes,
pretty.
yeah. So yeah, I played with him my 16th year, and then yeah, went off to play high school after that. So, but yeah, no, I mean, hey, we're well, insider information. We're gonna be seeing a lot of Kentucky soon. I can't tell you exactly why, but we're gonna be seeing a lot of Kentucky at Alabama.
Um, what are you thinking? What are we thinking? Like you,
Uh, I don't know, man. I can't. Again, I'm the president for Alabama. I can't give out too much information, but there's news coming into February. Once February rolls around, I don't know. You could probably ask your guys at Kentucky. I'm sure some of them might know, but big things coming. Big things coming.
nice,
I can
nice.
say.
I'm assuming you guys are gonna be playing each other and all that, and you guys are going into the league or something. The
I
same.
don't know, man. It could be. I can't say yes. I can't say no. But
Not. I mean, hey, bring it together. Let's bring a freaking SEC like the SEC of club hockey. Let's bring them
yeah,
all together.
yeah. That's yeah, man. That's the goal. First, we gotta. Which I probably shouldn't talk about it on a podcast, but first we got to get the SEC teams to come to the ACHA. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them don't want to come. But hey, we got a good bunch, and with what we have planned and what we have going, I'm sure a lot of them might decide to make the move. But I'll leave it at that.
Well, be talking about a little SEC action
Yes, sir.
here. I mean, I hope all these Division 1 schools like they have club hockey like Gainesville. Um, I'm not sure if I ever heard of like Vanderbilt hockey. Do they have
They
anything?
do, yeah. I think it's in the AAU. I believe they might be like D2 or D3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gamecocks.
Yeah, dude. Talking
But
about the Gamecocks, dude. I play in a summer league. It's called SCHL. It's like a Chicago summer league for it's mainly just Archie guys. There's a few ACHA D1 guys. I'd say maybe a handful, but then the rest of them are mostly D2 and D3. But there was this one kid from South Carolina and just would not shut up. Like every time we'd play him would just be heckling me about like my TikTok and like Alabama and just stuff like that. It was just like, dude, like give me a break. I'm just trying to come out here and play. But no, didn't give a very good reputation of that program over there. I was like, dude, if this is, I'm pretty sure you wore a letter too. I was like, if this dude's wearing a letter on your team, like you guys are probably a bunch of scumbags. But I don't know. We don't play him, but yeah. And he wasn't the best. So I was like, dude, like I don't know what you're talking about. He started chirping me for like, he's like, you never played, you never played. I'm like, dude, like I played every single game the entire season. I don't know what you're talking about. Like you can get, like he's like, I pulled up your EP. No, you didn't. I'm like, dude, you pulled my EP. I have the most games played on my entire fucking team. Like, I don't know, dude. That was rough, but again, SEC on SEC there. It's never gonna be friendly.
no, it ain't. So how are the football games? Do you go to any football games?
Yeah, dude. Football games are crazy. I'd probably, I mean, we're in the Yacha, but I'd probably say that I probably only went into one of them sober, but they're electric, dude. I mean, Bryant Denny under the lights, it's you can't. There's nothing like it. I mean, no matter who we're playing, it's sold out. I mean, if we're playing a lesser team, people will come for the beginning. Then once we're up like 40-0, people start to leave. But we got the big games this year, like LSU, the Texas game, which we lost. But I mean, those games, that was nuts. I mean, that's probably the craziest atmosphere I've ever been in my life. Was that Texas game with College Game Day and then the LSU game as well. Uh, Again, probably some of the craziest atmospheres I've ever been in. I mean, I grew up going to Hawks games, man. I mean, the Madhouse on Madison is unlike any other NHL arena I've ever been to, and yeah, it blows it out of the water.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean Kentucky was loud, but I could only imagine a freaking the Alabama best football team, best
yeah,
college football team in the world, baby.
yeah.
World.
It's crazy, dude. And like I grew up a Big Ten fan, so again, funny enough, I grew up a Globe or a Go Blue fan, which is kind of awkward now because they're playing Michigan, but obviously I'll root for the Tide. I grew up going to some of the Big Ten games, and I didn't know much about SEC football at all. But once I got down there, and again, they worship Nick Saban like a god down there. It is the craziest thing, and again, from the north, like our coaches are great. Like, for example, like Blackhawks, Joe Quinville, like one of the best coaches ever. Like, but it was just Coach Q. Like, it wasn't like he was worshipped. That dude is like a god. I mean, there's no other word to describe it. Police escorts everywhere. Like when people talk about him, they're like, "Oh my god, like he's amazing." Like it's it's crazy. Like they worship him like they worship God down there. It's the craziest thing. And I come down there, I'm like, dude, it's just Nick Saban. Like he's just a coach. Like the players are what make the team. Like you have Tua Tagovailoa, Mac Jones, all these great quarterbacks coming out, Bryce Young, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Judy. It's like Nick Saban doesn't make these guys. Like they made those guys, but down there they are like, oh my God, Nick Saban. And it's, I don't know, they worship coaches to a whole nother level. And it's honestly kind of weird in my opinion. But yeah, no, it's nuts, dude.
Wait till Belichick retires from the Pats and goes down to Bama.
No, dude. Oh my God.
In my
Can you
dreams.
imagine?
Imagine that,
Oh
Belichick
my
to Bama.
God. That would be insane.
That'd be nuts.
Yeah,
That'd just add on to the legacy right there.
I know.
Um,
That'd be nuts.
so what's like college game day like? You guys waking up. I'm
Oh yeah, dude.
You wake up and then boom, you got a beverage in your hands, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So usually college game day starts at 8 a.m. So to get a good spot, you're usually out there by like 6. So what's that? I mean, it depends if you're, getting up doing whatever you're doing, but usually it's like a 5:30 wake up. You're getting out to the quad by 6, hanging around, boozing until 8. The show goes from 8 to noon. So yeah, I mean it's nuts, dude. Like it's packed. Like I'm not a morning person, so I don't really like to wake up, but it's insane the amount of people that are willing to wake up at like 5:30 to get up, get to the quad, get a hard hat, and like just uh, dude, it's nuts. I mean, like I said, I'm from Chicago, well, suburbs, and like I grew up on the Big Ten, and going down to the SEC, like there's nothing like it. It's crazy.
Like
Like
it.
their passion for the sport and their passion for the team is like unmatched.
And no, most people aren't gonna understand it. But when you're in the midst of SEC action,
Yes.
whatever SEC team it is,
Yeah.
it's a whole nother breed of just like culture. The only way
Yeah.
you can describe it is culture. It's like
Yeah.
different. Yeah,
100%.
it's not exciting to other people
Right.
when you're in it and you're in the moment. It's like just the coolest thing to.
Oh, 100%. That's the thing though, is people hate Alabama. I mean, I grew up hating Alabama. I was like, dude, these guys always win. But like when you go down there and you're a part of it, you love the Tide, man. Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. I'm telling you.
You ain't get pissed about nothing but the tide.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Will
buddy.
Tide Willie's a beast.
Yep. Um, I have a friend that he's a Georgia fan. So he's
Okay.
always like, "Go Dogs!" And then I kind of got into
Yeah.
a little bit. I started liking the Dogs. It's just like, SEC college football culture. You just love it.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah, dude. I hate Georgia. I'm not gonna lie. Auburn's a dislike. Tennessee's a dislike, but like I just hate Georgia. I don't know. I don't. There's
Yeah.
just something about them. I just don't like. I don't know. I just don't like them.
So you guys have that rivalry, but with Kentucky, it's Louisville.
Yeah,
So it's not even like they're not in our league. So I'd say the next biggest rival is probably Florida.
Florida.
They get the fucking couches burning and shit on the
Yeah,
on the frat road.
yeah,
It's pretty cool after you get a win from Florida.
yeah. That's dope. Yeah, no. Yeah, the Kentucky Louisville.
Yeah,
I visited Kentucky actually. That was one of the schools I applied to. But yeah, isn't it like really close? Aren't they like?
yeah. I think they're like 13 miles apart. I don't know. I
Yeah.
might,
Wow.
but it's pretty damn close. And
Damn.
it's like they get fired up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you choose then? Is there like a geographical divide of like if you're like west side or east side, you're Louisville or Kentucky?
You know, there's only two really good programs in Kentucky. It's University of Kentucky and that's Louisville. But
Right.
the other ones, you got like EKU.
Oh, okay.
No one knows what that college is, but um, They do the L's up, we do the L's down. Heck, you
Nice.
know.
Yeah. Well, we're doing the L's up now for the Lank. Have you seen that for the football?
I can't say I have, but
No, Lank. It's like the whole thing everyone's doing. I could probably find it here, um, on Milrose page or something. But yeah, it's kind of it was their motto at the beginning of the season. Um, it stands for "Let all naysayers know."
okay.
Let's see if they're all doing it. Yeah, I mean, here's a picture of like Saban and them. The one guy's got the L up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's for let all naysayers know. It's just kind of yeah, I mean, there's that link.
Let's
It's again, it's just kind of a thing, like an inside, I don't want to say joke, but just something to get the boys motivated. So it's been cool. I didn't really know what it was for the first couple weeks of the season, but once it kind of broke out, then
Yeah, all
yeah, it
right.
was pretty cool.
Well, I'm sorry about all the football talk. Let's get back to hockey because
All
this
right,
is
let's do it.
a podcast. But geez, dog's barking. Can you hear that?
No, I didn't. You're all good.
Yeah, he's still going. But so for football, I'm trying to think of. I mean, hockey. I'm trying to think of some questions. So where's the rink? Did I hear
Okay,
that?
so the rink's up in it's in Pelham, which is just a suburb south of Birmingham. So it's a hike. It's about 45 minutes to 50 minutes away. So we're heading up there twice a week, but it's a stadium. The Birmingham Bulls play there. We share it with them. But I would say there's a lot of positives and negatives that go into that. Like I think it's really cool that we have access to the Jumbotron, so we put all of our different things up there. So like hype videos, walkouts, the whole 9 yards. It's pretty cool just to have a Jumbotron. Obviously you have bowl seating, so all around it's just like, stadium seating, which is dope. But I'd say the one negative that comes with that is the distance, and then also, um, like if we pack the barn, it kind of looks empty because there's so many seats and the stadium's so big. That if we had a typical rink, kind of like anywhere else, it would be through the doors, like packed. But um, a lot of times it doesn't look like that. It does get pretty loud in there, but again, being 45 minutes away, a lot of people see like, oh, let's go to the hockey game. They're like, wait, all right, let's put in our phones. 50 minutes. They're like, I know, fuck this.
Yeah,
So it's tough. We're trying to get a rink on campus, but for those fans that do come out, they're pretty rowdy.
yeah. Do you think it'll be in your time at Alabama that you guys get a hockey rink?
Not in my time, unfortunately. As much as I want it to be, I don't think it'll be in my time. We have a startup initiative. It's called Grow the Game. It started as Build a Rink, but yeah, it's just kind of a campaign going on to try and advocate for a rink on campus. I think with Georgia making their move to put a multi-purpose arena, people keep saying that Georgia's building themselves a hockey rink. They're not. It's a multi-purpose stadium that's for concerts and venues, and they're letting Georgia use it. Let's just get that clear. They're not building a ring for them on campus, but because Athens has nothing like that. So yeah, they're doing that, and they're also trying to bring I believe, an ECHL team to Athens as well. So Georgia's not that cool. Let's just put that out there. Um, but yeah, hopefully with Georgia doing that, and then with UNC having their drawings of their rink, hopefully Alabama will follow suit because Alabama has to be the best at everything. So I'm sure once they see that, they're gonna pull the trigger on it. But I don't really see that being in my time. Um, a few more dominoes will probably have to fall before they pull the trigger on that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm giving it an easy 10 years
Oh
before
yeah.
before SEC hockey is a full-on thing. Every team's going to have a rink on campus,
Oh yeah.
you know, and it's going to be like freaking sick. And I think it's going to take over, the East hockey, Hockey East.
Okay.
Hockey
Yeah.
East will always be there, but once this SEC hockey action comes in, it's going to be nuts.
Yeah. I agree.
That's tough to say because I'm a New Englander and I
Yeah.
see the hockey East is will always be at another level.
Yeah.
But once SEC action comes in, dude, it's just gonna be the same thing like football. You
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
Geez, dude, you got
Agreed.
me drinking one of these. I'm all fired up now.
So tell me about that.
Yeah,
Is that
so
your
it's me and my buddy's healthy energy drink. So it's got
okay?
no sugar, no preservatives, 0 calories. It's got creatine in there,
Okay.
BCAAs. Not all the crappy ingredients that you're gonna get in the other energy drinks like Ghost. Look at
Okay, yeah.
it's got that beautiful taste though.
Yeah.
Ghost is unreal. So, this drink, it's going to taste a little more earthier. It's not going to taste
Cool.
like Ghost. So we got three
Nice.
flavors. But yeah,
Cool.
I'll send some out to you. Um,
Appreciate that. That'll be dope.
yeah,
Yeah,
glad.
so how'd you go about starting that?
It was my buddy. He thought of the whole, process, creating the formula, the idea,
Okay.
and then I kind of just helped him out with sales,
Hmm.
and I was a great salesman through that kid. And this is just trying to promote it, try to
Cool.
get it, in the stores with the big boys.
Absolutely, man. Well, that's great. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, so we got 5 more minutes left, and then it's gonna end. So
Okay.
I'll ask you like a couple more questions about Bama hockey.
Sounds good.
So what do you guys get for gear? Like, tell me everything you get.
Yeah. So we get helmet, gloves, pants, and that's about it for gear. There's really nothing else you need. And then obviously we get like our track suits. Um, but that's about it. Being a club sport, obviously we don't get any funding, and if we do, it's maybe like a grand from the school. So it's all funded by the players. So it's really tough to try and budget, getting these alternate jerseys, and doing all these fun things while also trying to, pay for bus trips, try to pay for hotels, pay for refs hotels. Like it's a lot. Um, so we definitely don't get the treatment that Liberty gets or like your Ohio's and stuff that get a lot of help from the school. Because a lot of that stuff is funded and a lot of their ice fees, all that good stuff, is covered. So again, we don't have that luxury. So a lot of our budget goes towards that stuff rather than, getting all the goodies. But yeah, so that's about it. We get our helmets. We model the football helmets. So we get the stripe down the middle and then the two numbers on the side. We go without a logo, and then obviously the ACHA sticker, and then our gloves are just the crimson with the Alabama embroidered on it.
Nice, dude. And tell
Yeah.
tell me about the jerseys. What kind of jerseys you
Okay. So we have our standard home and away, and then we have our crimson cream alternates with like the script Bama on the front. You can check out Hockey House Pod right now. They're doing a competition they do every year for like the best jersey of the year right now. We made it past first round, so if you want to check them out, they're on that page right now, or you could check us out on our Instagram. They're all over our Instagram. And then we also do military appreciation, which we debut those next semester, and then we also do breast cancer awareness jerseys, which we auction off, and we did those for throughout the month of October.
nice. And so at your rinks, like, do people come out to the games? Is there like somewhat of a crowd at your games?
Yeah, so being so far away, I would say that a majority of our fans are from Birmingham. So it's a lot of your Birmingham families, suburbs of Birmingham families, a lot of kids. The students that come out are mostly friends, or the occasional person just coming to check it out, see what it's all about, or someone that loves hockey coming out. But again, being so far, it's not something where you're at a bar and you're like, wait, dude, let's go to the hockey game. You know what I mean? Where, as in Kentucky, I know how it operates down there. Y'all hit the bars, and at midnight, you're like, dude, let's go. So, yeah, we don't have that luxury, but yeah, it's mostly Birmingham families, which is cool because the kids get to come out, and after the game, we come out and sign autographs. So, it's a decent crowd for sure, but it's not, there's no student section. It's just, your typical fans as if you'd get them at a juniors or a professional game.
Yeah. Well, I'm praying for you guys that you guys get a hockey rink because you guys are just going to change hockey culture
Yeah, I
forever.
appreciate that. I'm praying as well, dude. It would be nuts.
Nice, man. Well, it was a great podcast with you. I wish we could have talked more hockey, but me and you, we could talk about
Yeah,
football. We should just
football,
make a
man.
football podcast.
We
Me,
should.
fuck it.
Yeah, dude. I feel you.
Well, yeah, we're gonna end right now. It's
Okay.
1 minute left, but thanks a lot, dude.
Yeah.
Um, let's talk after. I'll give you a call right on Instagram right now. So,
All right, sounds good.
all right, I got a couple more things that I just want to ask you, like personally and all that.
Yeah, sounds good, man.
All right, Beer League Beauty signing off. See ya.